Hello Leo friends. If your sun, moon, or rising falls into the sign of Leo, then this is your reading. We're going to take a look at your week ahead and see what sort of angelic support and advice we can get for you. I was called to use an Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron deck, so we're at least going to hear from those two. We might have more as we go through the deck, and they might pop in there with messages that they have. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle, pull some piles for you. Stay tuned, and we'll get right into your reading. Okay, Leo friends, welcome back. I went ahead and drew some cards for you, so we're going to get into your spread for this week. So the first pile that we pulled out is your strength for this week. So we got the number 12, elementals. This is nature, spirits, and the 4 elements. So seeing as how this is your strength, you might actually be called to go out into nature. I'm also hearing get back to the basics. So the 4 elements, this is earth, air, fire, water. All the elements that make up literally everything that exists. So if this is your strength, maybe you have already been utilizing this in your life. But if you haven't, then maybe you're being called to nature to use it as your strength. All right, so the next card that we have is your heart card. And we got the number 6, up from the depths, releasing difficulty. So it feels like you are coming out of something significant that has affected you pretty heavily and deeply. So in your heart, it feels like you all right, what they're showing me here was you had your walls up. Maybe walls up to love. And so this is what's breaking down. Maybe something occurred in your life very recently or is occurring now where it's forcing you to go into this emotional state, and that's what this feels like. Releasing difficulty in your heart space. So this feels self-imposed if we're being honest here. And what I'm gathering with this is you probably had some past hurts that, I'm just listening to the phrasing I'm being given, hardened your heart. You may have been called cold-hearted, ice queen, or king if you're masculine energy. But there was something that occurred in the past that had you closed off in your heart space. And it feels like something is occurring right now or this week where it's going to actually open you up and make you feel those feelings again potentially, but it's going to release. It feels like something that's been in your energetic field for quite some time, and Spirit's calling you to finally release it. Okay, so it's going to feel amazing to come out of this. In the picture here, we have this very tumultuous water, feels like storm water. And then going up from there is, elevating and into this clear sky with the sun shining in it. So because it's related to your heart space, could be grief. Again, heartbreak. I'm getting so many things pertaining to your heart here, okay? Now, with your third card here, this is your challenge for the week. So we have relaxation, peaceful pursuits, and happy times. Maybe it's going to be challenging for you to find this, okay? Now, if I remember correctly in the Sagittarius reading, this was their strength. So maybe you might find a Sagittarius friend to ask their advice on this. Hey, I'm struggling with this, but it seems like you've got this in the bag. How do I get to the point where you're at? So that might be something that you can do this week, Leo. Otherwise, getting back to the basics here and tapping into your strength, whatever that is to you, is going to also help you with your challenge in life as you rise up from the depths of something with your heart. Okay, we're going to jump into the tarot for you, and then we'll get into the rest of the cards that I have for you. So tell me more for my Leo friends for this week. What's going on in this reading for them? What do we need to know? Thank you. The 9 of Wands. All right, so this, I immediately related these two together. We have 9 wands here that can look like trees standing up, and this is a forest. So as interesting and weird as that is to some of you, to me those almost look like identical pictures. The difference being this is in cement and it's like city dwelling almost. So you definitely are a wounded warrior and you've been through some stuff, okay? But where you're gonna find solace is in nature. So maybe the woods are calling you. Maybe there's some sort of element in particular. Okay, you are a fire sign, so I don't know if fire is calling you, but I'm getting earth energy is calling you. So maybe there's some water energy nearby, like a lake or a stream or a river. Something is calling you away from whatever this energy is. So because there's no nature here. So, for example, if you live in the city and it's just concrete, you're being called to go away from that for a while and reconnect to nature, okay? So that might look different to everybody there. Oh, okay. Then there's the 10 of Wands. Wow. Okay. So, Leo, you're definitely at the end of something here, all right? There's something that you can no longer carry, and whether this is the burdens that you have acquired in your lifetime or if these are the burdens of other people, you're definitely seeing an ending to something, okay? But it's too heavy for you to continue to carry any further, and that's a lot of where this releasing difficulty is going to come in, okay? So if these are burdens of the heart, again, grief. Also, the sun just came out. I don't know if you saw the light over here just brighten suddenly, but that's what this is going to feel like. That's where I said the sun is in the sky up here, and you're going from this darkness, this heaviness, into this life of ease, putting down the burdens, right? You don't want to carry them anymore. Thank you. We have the Chariot. Yep, it's time to go. So Spirit has been insisting that you go somewhere. You may have been seeing signs and synchronicities. Maybe the place you need to go is someplace to just be with your thoughts, to relax, right? Typically when you're hanging a hammock like this, it's in a woodsy area because you need 2 trees to hang it from. Not all the time, but you know, maybe you need to go camping. There's something that's calling you away from whatever it is that you're currently in because it's become too much for you, and it's time to release it. It's time to move away from it and to release it. Judgment. Yep. So if in fact you are not the one that called judgment on a situation, hang on, one flipped over here, the High Priestess. If you are not the one that called judgment on a situation, then judgment is being called on you. It's like divine timing. I always think of divine timing and divine intervention as you've had lots of choices and options. Again, red flags, synchronicities were shown to you. You had options to go or stay or whatever. And now it's time to go. So you have been forced recently to do a self-evaluation and reflection. And it may have not come the easiest way. Now, as far as the High Priestess being here, beautiful energy, this is your intuition. This is your higher self, your inner voice, and this is what you need to tap into in this peaceful pursuits, happy times, and relaxation, because that's what it feels like you're disconnected from in your heart space. So if you are able to get back to some place that's nature, like again, going camping or something like that, and being able to relax again, then you're going to be able to find that inner peace. Okay, interesting. So I was shuffling and this was face up. And it makes me wonder now if there's any more of those, because it was already face up. Nope, I don't see any more. Okay, so truth and clarity. Ace of Swords is being presented to you. There's definitely something here that you need to look at. As you go in and trust your intuition and relax, something's going to come to you, and it feels like an epiphany, okay? Once you've placed a judgment on your life and moved away from the things that don't serve you, again, needing to put down these burdens and closing out a cycle, Spirit's going to show you something brand new that you didn't know before, okay? Might come like a sudden shock, truth and clarity on something, epiphany, that sort of thing. So do the inner work. At the very least, meditate and go find this peaceful time that you can get away from everybody else, the concrete jungle if you're from the city, so that you can find whatever this truth is. And it feels like it's your truth. So it's not that anyone else can tell you what this is. It's got to come from within. So when this arrives, trust it, because it's going to come with immediate clarity. All right. Let's get into the rest of the cards that we pulled for your spread. We got advice from Archangel Michael. We have an angel number for you, a journal prompt, and an affirmation. And then lastly, we'll get you your Archangel Metatron Oracle. We'll close the reading out with that for you. So your advice from Archangel Michael is to regain your focus. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. So double down on the Archangel Metatron for you, okay? So one of the stones that I have been using here is Metatron's Cube. So that may resonate with you, but we're also going to get into a card of advice from that Archangel as well. Your angel number is 2299, and it says a stunning reversal. Confidence, divine guardianship, transformation, and strength. If you have recently faced a loss, job, love, etc., expect it to be replaced shortly. And you doubt whether God has forgotten you. No need to worry. Feel that the energy of your life right now is forward going. You didn't have recent losses because you were being punished, but the universe is preparing new things for you. All right. So that's these burdens that you need to put down. If you put them down and if you're able to release this difficulty, then you're going to get something better that's going to be replaced. And that's going to come from within. So you're going to get some sort of truth and clarity over here with your intuitive hit, and that you can trust because it's yours, right? Your journal prompt: what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations that we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. When we experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met, it's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Today's soul action: be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. Love it. Your affirmation: I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. I love that because, again, this is what we're coming out of in our heart space. So that's what we're moving towards as we heal that habit of fear and we embrace the habit of love. All right, let's get into your Archangel Metatron card here. So the one that came up for you is number 2, review and reflection. Time out needed. Yes, very much got that with this, especially because that's in your challenge pile. So this is linked to the moon, our subconscious self, the feminine energy. This is illumination and reflection. Just as action is required at times in life, so is the need to stand back and review and reflect. Balance comes from learning that both are important. and serve each other well. Success comes from not rushing or trying to be first, but in taking time to plan, review, and create strategy to achieve your goals and desires. You are at a time right now where you are urged to momentarily stop and see how far you have come. The path of the wise one is to know when energy needs to be conserved, when to stop and take a breath, and when it's time for reflection. Take a moment to look back and appreciate the difference between who you were a year ago and who you are today. Are you satisfied with your progress? Do you feel content with how things are? Do you notice the changes in yourself and your own evolution? Look at the landscape from whence you have come. The people who shaped you, the experiences along the way, the thoughts and the feelings from your past that have created this moment and who you are now. Appreciate all of this. All served you. What did the past teach you? What have you gained or perhaps lost? See all of it, however difficult, as part of life's rich tapestry, each aspect forming the fabric of your life. You may be asked to look back and forgive or accept something that you have found challenging, or you may be asked to reach out in friendship to those you have lost touch with. As you look back, Metatron will show you what it is that now requires attention. Visualize yourself beside a still pool of fresh water and notice where your attention wanders. Maybe to a past event or person, and allow that now. Feel what you are supposed to feel and allow insight and healing to come to you. Link into your heartbeat and allow it to match that of the earth. Connect with the still waters of the pool in front of you and allow the water within your own emotional body to be calm. All is well as you pause, review, and reflect. The full moon reflected in the pool is supporting you to do this and to feel the truth of her feminine silvery light. This lunar influence will also help you get deeper in touch with your innermost feelings and desires and rest a while in her soft embrace. The moon rules your subconscious, and so allow her to sit within you to recall moments that have yet to be properly processed or remembered. This may include recalling moments in this life that you have buried or failed to accept, and review of past lives. There is no rush, just a gentle, slow pace. Time stops and allows you to spend a sacred moment reflecting on all that was, all that is, and all that can be. All right. So that's why this is in your challenge pile here, Leo friends, because it feels like you are rushing forward into something or that you need to be moving faster. Okay, but you're weighed down by something. So something needs to drop. Like it's giving me all of the movies and cartoons and whatever of like people on ships and planes and stuff where they're like, throw things overboard. You're in that position. You're in a sinking boat. Pardon the metaphor, but that's what they gave to me at the moment. And you need to throw some things overboard in order to continue to stay afloat, right? You're trying to release something that's very difficult right now, and that involves throwing some things overboard. You won't miss it. It will be replaced by something better, so don't worry about that. All right, Leo, this has been your reading. I hope this resonated, and if it did not, that's okay. Go ahead and check out your sun, moon, or rising in a different sign. I'm posting all the videos for all the signs for this week, so hopefully one of those resonate with you. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today in this reading. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.